Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Kang the Conqueror based off his appearance from Ant-Man and the Wasp. And looking at the box here, you got a nice render of him, nice picture of Kang on the front. Same picture on the side. This does appear to be concept art, which I gotta say does look really nice. Let me just raise my camera a little bit so maybe you can see. Picture of Kang on the back with the Build-A-Figure pieces and his extra hands. Yeah, I have extra stuff sitting up there. Ignore it. You got the Cassie Lang Build-A-Figure with all the figures needed to complete it. An Avengers logo on the top. Not much else on the bottom. So without further ado, let's get this guy open. And here we have Kang the Conqueror out of the box. And I gotta say, he looks awesome. This guy is incredible looking. However, his articulation is not so incredible. And what I mean by that is when I was trying to pose him around, I wanted to see if I could get the, like him shooting his beams. What would they even be called? Whatever, you surely know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie where he's trying to fight off Ant-Man and all of them at the end. But the problem with it is this is like a hard plastic that they made this out of. So, when you try to move his arms up, that's the most range of motion you get. And this is all you get going up and down, sadly. And yes, that does go for both sides, and I gotta say, it is really disappointing. I was hoping they would do, you know, kind of a really soft plastic that could just move up or something. But they didn't, so I don't know, that doesn't make me very happy with the figure, but given how nice he looks, I feel like I can look past it. I surely can get some cool poses out of him still. But let's actually look at the rest of his articulation. So, with his head, he can look up that far. Can't really look down, sadly, which is also disappointing. I mean, like, I feel like if I'm having Kang, I might want him looking down at Ant-Man or something, you know. Can't really do that unless Ant-Man's standing far away. Again, arms don't go out very far. He does have a bicep swivel. Of course, he is a pinless figure, which is nice. Double jointed elbow. Let me get that joint moved all the way. There we go. His hand does do a full 360 rotation. Moves up and down, and this does go for all of his hands. Here's his fisted one. Down. Up. And of course it can do the full 360. Down. And up again. Full 360. Of course, you all probably already know that. But I'm just showing it off because why not? Down, up. All the way around. And again with the double jointed elbow. He does have, I don't know if this would be waist or diaphragm, but it is a ball joint. So you can just turn it around, do whatever you want. Get him looking pretty. I will say, it does look weird if you try having him look up because it cuts out right there, but at the same time, I get it. He's kind of made for certain poses. His leg can kick up that far. Has a nice thigh cut. Double jointed knee. This one is a bit stiff still. Right there. His foot kicks out that far. Let's see, will it focus? Let's move my camera in a bit closer. Come on. There we go. So yeah, foot kicks out that far, kicks up that high. Actually, it should go a little higher, I think. Yeah, so about that high. Same with the other leg. Got the full rotation. The double jointed knee. And again, his foot kicks out that far and kicks up that far. So overall, I do like this figure. But it does have its drawbacks, like, for instance, and I could be wrong about it, but they didn't paint through. And I criticized SH Figuarts for not painting their Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, so I gotta be fair and judge this too. Because, to my knowledge, in the film, it did not cut off his gauntlet like this. This should be purple down here. Same over here. This should be purple up here. But it's not. I'm trying to see if the box image does not show his arms. So, sadly, I cannot fairly compare. Of course, on the back, they do actually print a little bit, which is nice. I am excited to see, just looking at some of the new parts they've sculpted, how they'll do the High Evolutionary from Guardians of the Galaxy, because that is... Let me move my camera to be right. Jeez. Wish I would have realized it was so far off. Wonder if he was even in frame now. You see, I try to watch what I'm doing up here, but I don't really watch through the camera, sadly. So, my phone. So, I do have problems with it. I do think his face is very good. I should have the other Kang variant sitting around here somewhere to actually compare him to. But I don't know what I did with him. I'll find him for the scaling comparisons. But I don't know where he is at the moment. Oh, there he is. Sitting back here with a bunch of Loki stuff I pulled out for his review and still haven't put back. So yeah, I think that they have absolutely nailed Jonathan Majors' face sculpt. My phone's going dark. Give me a second, guys. Yeah. I do like this one a bit better, and actually let's see if you can do a nice old head swap with these. So you just... Oh. No, you can't. Kang's neck joint is just a little too long for it, but if you took out the ball joint they have in here and replaced it with your own, I'm sure you could do it. But sadly, it does not look near as nice. That is sad to see, I have to say. Because the He Who Remains figure had an absolutely incredible Jonathan Majors head sculpt. If you didn't watch my review on that, because most people didn't, go watch it. You can hear my full thoughts on this figure. And I just recently rewatched Loki, and I gotta say, it makes me love the figure even more. And it makes me realize he was a much better villain than Kang was. He's also taller, I think. Hold on. Let me get Kang's feet even out, and we'll see. Stand. No, don't fall. Stand. Stand. Alright, well, he doesn't want to stand today. There we go. Alright, so let me grab my tape measure and... Gosh dang it. Stand. I will say, his legs are a bit loose. But that is okay. Let's just set He Who Remains to the side so I can quickly measure him. So, our Kang the Conqueror comes in at 6 1/4 inches tall. If you're wondering why I say 1/4, it's just because it's the easiest way for me to read it. And really quickly, I do want to see how tall He Who Remains is, because I think he's taller. Yeah, he is just barely taller. But it is enough to be somewhat noticeable. And of course, there they are next to each other. And here he is next to the Ant-Man and the Wasp figure and the Ant-Man 10th anniversary figure. I have to say, altogether, these do scale pretty well. But I cannot wait for the new Wasp figure because this one sucked. I have to be honest, it's one of my least favorite figures of all time. I bought it really cheap, and I still think I overpaid. I mean, you know, it's not Howard the Duck levels of bad, but it's still really bad. The Ant-Man, however, is great. It's amazing. I didn't mean to knock Kang over again. And here is Kang next to his comic book counterpart, and gotta say, This figure, in my opinion, is better. Oh, I didn't mean to move it out of focus. The comic figure is better. Sculpt-wise, I like the MCU one better. It's more detailed. It's got more going on. Paint-wise, I like MCU better. It's shinier. To me, it stands out more. But the comic Kang has the movement, you know. I can get his arms. Let me just quickly pick him up here. Out and do a T-pose. I can do that with him. I can have him hold up Ant-Man or something. This Kang can't do that because his arms are stuck in just this low-down position, and it's sad. You know, that you can't do much with his arms, whereas with the comic one, you can get quite a bit of range of motion, even with just his single-jointed arms. And if I remember right, he made my top 10 villain comic book villain list, which, if you haven't seen, it's one of my older ones. Go back and watch it. I'm still really proud of those top 10 videos, and I think they've held up the best out of everything on my channel. So if you do find time, go watch those. I have one on the MCU and the comic heroes. But we're not here to talk about those today. We are here to talk about Kang. And that should actually be it for our video. So if you did enjoy, please hit the like button. Think about subscribing. And before I go, I do want to give a special thanks to Shartimus Prime. He didn't give this figure to me or anything, but I bought it off his Whatnot stream fairly early. To my knowledge, this figure isn't out yet. This whole wave isn't out yet outside of a few select areas. Like in mine, let's see, I don't think he's up for pre-order yet as of me recording this. And I haven't seen him in any stores or any of the rest of the wave. So you could probably see it, but it's really showing now. You can see where he signed it for me and stuff. I just want to say thank you, Shartimus Prime, for giving me the opportunity to get this figure and for selling him to me. So without further ado, I will let you all have a great day and catch you in the next one. Bye.